Welcome to Echoes of Enlightenment, where we talk about spirituality, life lessons, and overall self-development. In today's episode, we'll be discussing understanding karma and compassion. In today's episode, I wanted to talk about understanding karma. I've talked about karma in previous episodes, and we all kind of understand what karma is. It's, what goes around comes around. It's that law, and it works both ways. Karma is the negative, and dharma is the positive, and it's a law that always works, whether we want it to or not. Say you're like a super nice person, and you're like, I'm tired of good stuff always happening. As long as that person's being a good person, good things are always going to keep happening. The only way it would change is if the person stopped being a good person. So if that just comes naturally, then that person always seems to be lucky, or things are always going in their favor. It's just karma. It's just dharma working, or good karma. Either way, it's just working in their favor. And it also goes with karma, like the negative. If you keep on doing negative things, and you just get that same reaction, you just get that back. But what made me want to speak on this topic, I was standing in line at the store, and I heard these two people talking back and forth, and one was celebrating that somebody's getting karma. It was like, ha ha ha, yeah. I knew it was going to come. I knew they were going to finally get their karma. It's kind of, happy and just laughing. So I just, kind of listened, kind of watched. And I wanted to talk about this to y'all. I didn't say anything to them, but I just watched how they reacted to somebody getting some karma for, treating people bad. But one thing I want to talk about is that, say somebody is treating us unfairly, treating us bad enough to where you're like, yeah, you're going to get your karma sometime, Karma, the way karma works is, it's like the last step of discipline. Like if you're not understanding when somebody's telling you something, like, hey, stop doing this or stop doing that, and you ignore that, or you just don't even learn on your own. And this is something negative that somebody could be doing. You don't realize on your own to stop. That's when karma comes. And then that's the enforcer right there. Karma will come, and then hopefully you will learn your lesson when that hits. Because it's feeding you back what you were giving out. It might not be the exact form of what you gave out, but it was the same frequency, like the same level. And if you don't learn from when karma gets you, then karma just comes back around again. It just keeps going until you learn the lesson. So karma is really, to teach us. We've all had karma. And the key is when it kicks in, learn from it. If you haven't learned before the karma kicks in. That's why it's kind of good to learn yourself, to catch on when you're doing something wrong. If you can, catch on and correct yourself. And if you, kind of make up for what you were doing, like apologize or try to make good for the wrong that you've done, then you can even it out. It balances out. But if you don't learn, then you just get another round of karma until you eventually learn, because you're going to get tired of the karma. Well, you should get tired of it. But one thing is, if somebody's treating you bad or some kind of situation, and you're like, I can't wait till karma comes and gets them, we shouldn't celebrate. Because one, we know how karma feels because we felt it before. But we happen to learn from it. And we also know when you learn from karma, that means you've also done some healing. I mean, we're always healing, but we've done some healing and we've learned some lessons. So we've eliminated karma in certain categories that we've graduated from, that we no longer do those things. So when we should be healed enough to realize when people are acting out, they're just unhealed people that have some work to do on themselves, that maybe they don't even know they need to do the work. They're acting out from no telling what might have happened in their life. And that's no excuse for them treating people badly to be taking it out on somebody else. But at the same time, we also know that karma is going to come at some point, because that's just the law of it. The law, that's how it works. It's going to come and it's going to show you how it feels to be treated the way that they've been treating people. So when it does come and say they've been treating you bad for a long time, this could be at, work. This could be anywhere. Just, like a person that you're dealing with and they keep doing stuff and you're not doing anything back, because you realize that doing anything back yourself is, one, going to create karma for yourself and also probably intensify whatever that person is doing to you. So you've learned, and you're also being mature about the situation. So you're kind of just waiting for karma to hopefully wake them up so they can stop doing what they're doing. And it's okay to wait for karma to, not wait for it, but when it comes, it's like, okay, look at it like this. When karma eventually catches up with that person or people or whatever it is, you know what karma is. Try and have some empathy and compassion. I mean, you don't have to say anything to them about like, oh, are you okay? Blah, any of that. But what I mean by the empathy and compassion is, you know how it felt when you were getting your karma, when you were learning your lesson. And you wouldn't really want somebody pointing and laughing and doing a happy dance that something bad is happening to you, even that you might deserve it. But you might not even know that you deserve it because of just being so unhealed. When they say like hurt people, it could be that. And the karma is just that last straw, that reinforcement to snap this person out of it, to be like, hey, stop. This is how it feels. And that's what you're making somebody else go through. So that's what karma is, showing them how it feels. So when it's happening to them, and even that you're kind of glad that it's putting things to an end, the person won't be messing with you, or whatever, the group won't be messing, whatever it is, they won't be messing with you. Well, hopefully, just say to yourself, like, hopefully they've learned they've learned. But don't have the energy of negativity behind it. Because if you stop and do a little dance because you're happy and you're laughing and you're pointing, that's when the universe realizes that you haven't even learned your lesson. Because now you're doing what that person was doing. Just remember that the karma is a lesson for them that they're going to have to work through. And it's going to be tough. It doesn't matter if that person's a bully or whatever it is. It's still going to be tough. And you also got to just realize that everybody has their own journey. Like, you're on your journey while they're getting that karma back for all the stuff they're doing. We should be just still walking forward, continuing our maintenance on our healing and focusing on our purpose and letting the karma do its thing in the background with the person while you can wish them the best, from afar, but don't turn around and entertain that and smile. Just enjoy the peace that karma has put a halt to whatever that person was doing, but don't give it energy of some type of satisfaction. That's when the universe will eventually humble you and give you another round just to kind of show you how it feels, and watching somebody go through pain with a smile on your face. So just remember that we're all here to learn to become the best versions of ourselves. So have a little compassion and empathy. But I'm in this right here. Until next time.